I don't care what marketing course it is. In fact, in business is all about sales. There's no such thing as marketing. Everyone's trying to sell something. And to sell something, you have to have a target market. How do consumers behave and why? Well, everyone's got their background. I'm 51. I'm sandwiched between the boomers and the millennials. And I'm raising little kids. So I need to start thinking, how is the world changing? Because it doesn't matter necessarily what my eyeballs tell me or brain tells me. What are people thinking? What are different target markets thinking? So over 30 years, America's really changed. Wall Street Journal just did a really interesting piece before New Year's. All right. Are we pessimistic or optimistic? Wrong track beats right track. So again, I'll interject my opinions here, but I'm also open-minded to realizing if I'm trying to sell something, I can't think like me. I don't get it. In an era of wealth and health and we're not optimistic. So that has to be considered with customers. The next generation feels less confident. Are you kidding me? Again, my own opinion. With the internet, with globalism, you can go live anywhere, work anywhere, do anything. You can work from your couch. I don't get it why people don't feel confident, but that's a trend also. Here's one that I understand because it's so boring and neither the Republicans or Democrats have a favorable rating of their political party. Politics I've always found not interesting, and I think business helps clarify. Money helps clarify. Politics are the nasty part, but neither side feels good. What is important? This is really revealing and important to marketers. Patriotism, straight down, 15%. Religion, down, 20%. Having kids, is it important? Down 20%. Community involvement, up. Money, up. This to me is very confusing because I always thought everyone's so into, not into money. I understand the community involvement, but the money part, I guess things are expensive and people have high lifestyles, but really shocking in some ways that we don't love our country as much. Religion's not important. Having kids is not that important. Women in the workplace. Almost everyone sees it as a positive. People used to look at it as a negative that, females were there to take care of the busy household. But in one generation, boom, opposite. It's great women work. In a stressful world, and I'm not sure I always agree that both husband and wife should work, but hey, I lose way up the trend. Why do women work? This is interesting. Almost touching 50%. Women are no longer the side money, the extra money for the family, the vacation money. They're equal pay as the men. Additional income's down because it's not additional income, it's main income. And personal satisfaction is flat. Same-sex marriage. This is interesting to me. This is not a huge number of people in terms of percentages, like what would matter. But people that oppose same-sex marriage fell off a cliff, down 50%. In favor, the opposite went up 50%. So 60% of people favor same-sex marriage when really, I don't know what percent you'd put on the gay population. It's 5%. But 60% of people favor it. So this is not a small thing. It's a big thing. Climate change, you can map it by political party. Democrats, big topic and growing. Independents, medium topic and growing. Republicans, flat, not a big topic. Church, going less and never is up. So people that don't go every week and just don't go at all. We were very, America used to be a very Christian country, and it's changing. And not as religious as we used to be. Okay, this one to me is real interesting. We're not that excited to vote for an African American, a woman, or Hispanic to be president. Maybe because we've never had a female or Hispanic, but we've had a African American president. But the excitement comes into voting in someone who's gay or lesbian or Islamic. So that's interesting. Race relations. I don't know. I'm 51. I've seen huge improvements in my opinion, but I lose on this one. Americans think race relations are good. Fell off a cliff the last 10 years. And among whites, Hispanics, and African Americans, the trend is that race relations have gone from 80% good for white people to saying now it's 40%. And the trend for everyone is down. What about can you succeed? Nope. That used to be the American thing. Doesn't matter where you come from. You don't need money. But maybe all these things can be chucked out the window because people say this. This is what matters in a business to consumer society. Consumer confidence remains high. Maybe money's what really matters. Maybe these other topics we'd like to talk about them. But consumer confidence remains very high. As the economy goes, our wallets come out, and that's what drives our economy. But you still have to consider how much would I use in marketing efforts to reach consumers? How much religion will I infuse? And when I look through all these charts, now I know when I see a lot of ads, I see a lot of same-sex couples depicted in ads, and religion is not as powerful. Maybe using babies in traditional families is not as powerful. Environmental topics are really up. So these trends are 30-year look and very valuable to thinking on how do consumers behave and what marketing efforts should we use to reach them.